What's up, everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and we got another speed breakdown here today on Sachin Dennis. I hope I said that right. Sachin Dennis is a sprinter. He's the fastest 14-year-old in the world. Definitely an intriguing guy to see. He has a very interesting spine angle as he's running here. So, and really, he's able to accelerate faster than anybody that I've really seen before. At least in comparison to the other guys that he's competing against. I mean, you can see here he follows a lot of the same premises that we talk about. He gets that first leg down. He brings that knee inside as he starts there. Does a good job bringing that right leg kind of straight through. Left leg, let's get a good little left leg step here as he brings the right leg out to the side. Now he's able to really push and gain some ground there with that left leg. I mean, keeps a very, very low spine angle there throughout the sprint. So he's really bent over there in the spine, and then he also gets a lot of extension there in the shoulder. Notice how straight that arm gets and how far back he brings that arm back. He must do a really good job of getting lat activation as he's going there. And he also, as he's running, as he's driving his leg up, he also kind of flexes his core. Notice how he does that there. Flex right there with the core, and then comes back up, and then flex with the core, and then comes back up. So he's using that to, I mean, obviously the core is something that helps you create some more power, create some more stabilization. So it looks like that's what he uses there. He stays in that pocket for a much longer period of time than most athletes do, and then he's all hip flexors. Notice how he barely even gets his, especially on the right one here. Look at how he drives that leg up. I mean, he doesn't even get that heel up to his butt. He's all driving that leg out, extending, pulling back, driving that leg up, extending the knee, pulling back. And he doesn't even, I mean, the cycle is there, but it's very, very minimal. See, look at on this left leg on this one where he doesn't even get that heel all the way up to the butt. He just gets right through that cycle, right through the that pushing of the leg off the ground, the toe off phase, and then drives that leg up, extends out. Look at how good of an extension he gets though. Boom, extends all the way out, pulls back, extends all the way out, and pulls back. And what he does, you know, when he touches the ground, he does a good job of keeping most of his weight, and this is kind of an interesting thing that he does here, is most of his weight is actually kind of behind him, and then he's also flexing in those pecs to make it so he's nice and light when he lands, and he just doesn't spend very much time pushing off and letting that leg get back behind him, right? We can compare him to probably these guys here. Notice how this guy's really pushing off when he's toeing off, and he lets that foot get way back behind him there. Before he begins that cycle through. Same thing with this guy here in the purple where he's going, really letting that leg, you know, push off and get back behind him. And then notice how little time Sachin does that there, where he pushes off and he gets it right back to the heel to the butt. So he does a very, very effective job of getting really good turnover and really being able to maximize his extension. So he doesn't really have very long steps. He's very, very short there. He's just very, very fast and very, very effective with each one of his steps. And again, he just maximizes knee extension and pulling that leg back. I mean, the more you see it, the more you see these guys do it, I mean, it just shows how important it is to be able to get that leg out in front and then being able to pull back from there. And I mean, once he gets going, he's able to get into a good spine position there. He's kind of limited as well in how he brings the arms forward. Doesn't seem like he puts a lot into bringing the arms forward, but is very heavy on bringing the arms back. Okay, so he's definitely concentrating on certain parts of the actual sprint here. So, you know, like I said, he's really, really heavy on bringing the leg forward and really driving with that knee, getting that really top level hip flexion. And he's also very heavy on bringing the arms back and using those lats, using that extension, which, you know, both of those make sense. You got to be able to maximize your extension as you're going back with your arm, as well as you got to be able to maximize your ability to utilize those hip flexors. So being able to do that, and really, you know, another big part of it as well comes from the stabilization of the core and the stabilization of the ankles. I mean, if you don't have those those things intact, then nothing else matters. So that is definitely a priority. You have to be able to stabilize all this through those ankle joints, and also be able to maximize the extension within the shoulder. So yeah, I mean that's Sasha Dennis for you. So definitely a interesting breakdown, interesting sprinter, not typical form that we see, but still somebody that he's the fastest 14-year-old in the world, so he's doing some stuff right. Thought I'd do the breakdown. Got some recommendations as always. If you guys are more interested in this, go ahead and check out our Everything You Need to Know to Run Faster e-book. Definitely packed with information. Talks a lot about the foot, talks a lot about the lower body. Also goes into depth about how you can better utilize your core and your arms in order to maximize your sprint. So I try to go into different areas that most people do not really focus on. Another thing is check out our 12-week speed program, speed mechanics really program, because we focus huge on mechanics and performance out of California. Send in videos. We do the same type of breakdown, give you more information on how you can run faster, what are going to be the techniques to get there, and yeah, I mean, let's just keep on getting better, guys. If you have any questions, reach out to me. My email is Morey, MOREY, @yourperformancelab.com. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.